Hi besties, today we are doing the underwater UV resin glittered pins. Make sure to join us at Misfit Makers on Facebook for an amazing crafting community and check out our website misfit-makers.com. Okay guys, so we're going to start off with two pins that are completely disassembled and spray painted white. I'm going to be using UV resin by CCDIY and their lamp, as well as some fine glitter, water, and foil. So let's get ready. So we are going to apply a very, very thin coat of UV resin. Very, very thin, because this is just an adhesive. So we are going to use this to get our glitter on there. So you don't want it to slip and slide. You don't want it to have to spin it or anything like that. So as you see, very simple here. I'm just applying a couple little drops of UV and spreading it out thin on the pin, then just sprinkling it with glitter. After this step, we are going to cure these under the light, not underwater yet, okay? This is the step you do out of the water. So you want to flash cure it for about 60 seconds or so, or if you want to be extra, do another extra 60 seconds. Next, you want to take your UV and give it a nice coat. You don't want it to be dripping, you just want to cover it really well, thin coat with a glove finger. So after you are done applying your UV resin to your pins, then they are ready to be dipped in the water. So get set up with your jar of water, your foil, and your UV lamp. I like to put them in there for about 60 seconds twice, or until it's no longer tacky. Make sure your pins are not touching so they don't cure together. And also, I like to kind of spin them a little bit just so they get light from all angles. So after they are completely cured, you want to dry and sand them lightly between each layer. I like to do about 2 layers to make sure that it's completely smooth and ready for the decal. So as you see here, I am going to sand them down really well before I apply my decal. I am using little leopard spots just to kind of give it a little bit of pizzazz. You can use decals, or you can use water slides, or you can just leave them as is and apply a final coat of UV resin and then be done. But like you guys know, I like to go a little extra. So I am using some holographic leopard spots. I will say that I changed my mind and decided to go with regular non-holographic, because holographic is a little stiff. Like, all your metallic vinyls are a little stiffer and don't tend to lay as well. So I was like, let me not deal with this mess. So anyway, after I applied my decals, I went ahead and applied a coat of UV resin, and we are going to do the same exact thing. We're going to give them a light coat. Make sure that your coats are not very thick, because then you will get wavy resin. So you will not want that. But if that happens, just sand it down really good and apply another coat. So after applying your resin, you want to dip these babies in the water. I like to cure for about 60 seconds, 2 times, or until dry. But you just kind of get a feel for it. Make sure they're not tacky, and then they're ready to go. Now they're ready to be cleaned. I like to use my X-Acto knife to kind of peel and pick off any excess UV resin that might have gotten inside the edges of the pin. I do the top and the bottom. This will ensure that your pin goes back together perfectly with no problem. After you put together your pin, make sure that you try it out a couple times just to make sure that it works well. So anyway, I hope that this tutorial was helpful. I hope you were inspired to make your own UV pens. Please tag us if you were inspired by this tutorial. Make sure to check out our Patreon and make sure to subscribe and follow to our YouTube channel, as well as Misfit Makers on Facebook and our Patreon. See you guys later. Bye.